All right, we are live on YouTube. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. Glad you could all join us here tonight, live on Coach Eli 2 authentic live streams. I've got my wonderful, beautiful, amazing lady here with me tonight. Hello, babe. How are you doing? Say hello to everyone.
Hello, everyone, and I hope all are doing well tonight. This beautiful night that we've had today. Um, but yeah, no, I'm doing great. How are you doing, my love?
I'm doing fantastic. Had a great walk earlier. I know you caught most of it. You were at home taking a nice Epsom salt bath while listening to me. That must have been quite relaxing, huh, baby?
It was wonderful.
Well, that's great to hear, baby. That's great to hear. Before we get started here tonight, let me make sure that everything is rolling smoothly. Let me check out the back end of YouTube. And the back end of YouTube is rolling smooth. And the notification just went out. So tonight, my lady and I are going to be doing volume 2 of answering your life coaching questions. We're going to be answering any questions, comments, or concerns that you may have in the chat. And as always, here's how this is going to go. We are only going to be answering life coaching questions, business and personal questions. They can be regarding relationships, dating, marriage. We can talk about business aspects. If you have any tech questions, I'm a tech expert as well. If you're a YouTuber, you have any YouTube questions, we can help you with that. I know that bores the shit out of my lady, but we can still help, right, babe?
I suppose.
Yeah, the YouTube questions and tech questions bore the shit out of you, huh?
Yes.
Well, that's why I handle that aspect, right? But yeah, we can talk about some politics if you want to throw that in the mix. Life involves everything, right? I mean, when you're a life coach, you're involved in all aspects of life, and we're open to talking about anything and everything. The only rules we have here are simple: no trolling, no attacking, no hating, no projecting. Okay, you come here, you ask legitimate questions. We'll give you legitimate answers. We will give you our professional opinions. They are our opinions. So understand that. And to make it very, very clear, we are not therapists. We are not doctors. We are coaches here to share our life experiences regarding many aspects that we've been through, regarding many mistakes that we've made and how we've learned from those mistakes, turned them around, and moved forward, right, baby? It's about moving forward progress, right, baby?
Yeah, and also talking about all the successes we've had in our lives and how we achieve them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So get your questions in the chat, and we will get to them in just a little bit here. While we wait for some questions, let's talk about what's been going on behind the scenes regarding the future of our content, baby. I know you and I have been discussing many things behind the scenes. And, you come up with some ideas. I've come up with some ideas. How does the future look like, here in the in the Coach Eli neck of the woods between both of our channels now?
Well, whenever I'm in Eli's neck of the woods, everything is positive, and I see just a bright future for the two of us. Because as long as we stay positive and keep going and spreading our word, then we're going to get out there to people, and it's going to be successful. Success takes time. It really does.
Right. Right. That's a great point that you bring up, babe. Everything takes time. Rome wasn't built, fill in the blank, babe.
In a day.
Rome wasn't built in a day, right?
Nope.
And, when you're trying to create something in life, regardless of what that is, regardless of whatever you're trying to accomplish, whether it's finding the love of your life and, you know, uh, settling down and getting married and having a family, whether it's, getting that dream job of yours or getting that dream promotion, or if it's even transitioning into a self-employed entrepreneur and starting your own business based on what you're most passionate about, regarding your purpose. It takes time and it takes effort, it takes energy, and most importantly, it takes one thing I mentioned earlier on my stream. I don't know if you remember the word, babe. I'll let you know what it is if you forgot it. But what is,
No,
go ahead.
no, you go ahead and tell me, baby.
Well, it takes making sacrifices. You
Oh,
have to
yes.
you have to sacrifice certain things. And those may be certain things that you enjoy doing on your spare time. But if you really want to be successful, at running your own business, getting that dream job, getting that promotion, finding the love of your life, even trying to find the love of your life nowadays, babe, is like having a second job. Like, before I found you, baby, I was doing all these job interviews with these other, no disrespect, with these other chicks. And,
Yeah.
baby, with no disrespect intended, you had the best interview. And,
Oh,
well, the phone interview and all that. And then when we got together in person, baby, yeah, you got the job, figuratively speaking, of course, right?
yeah, yeah. No, I get it because I did the same thing when I was on the dating sites. I would absolutely vet these guys out and just know right away they weren't worth it. And I think I only went on one date through Match.com, and it was a disaster before I met you.
Yeah, yeah. And I'll share an interesting story until we get some questions coming through here. After my relationship ended with Dana almost 4 years ago, I took a little time off, few months off or so, and I ended up going on like 20 dates. Like I think it was a month and a half or 2 months. Um, and it wasn't until the 20th date where I found the woman I dated for a year. Obviously, we're not going to mention her name. She was known as the activity partner. And I'll tell you, it was another learning experience because, if you're going to go on like 20 dates, it costs a lot of money. And nowadays, the gas is more expensive than it was back then. So definitely wouldn't be as feasible. But I learned to do a better job of properly vetting prospects by phone, first through, the messaging program, whether it was a dating app or a dating site. And then, more so properly vetting prospects through a phone conversation. And so, in between my relationship with the activity partner and until, I met you, I went on far fewer dates because I learned how to better vet these women just by asking them some simple questions, on the phone. And you get a good
Yeah,
idea of how someone is if you take it to the phone. Right, baby? Go ahead.
uh, absolutely. And what really like was a benefit with our relationship was that I could sit here and watch your streams and get to know who you are even without talking to you, you know? It just knowing your purpose, what you believe in,
Mm-hmm.
that was all something that I fell in love with at the very beginning.
Oh,
So I was
I'm
fortunate to have that.
right. I'm all over the internet, baby. The good, the bad, and the ugly, right? But the bad and the ugly, the majority of it has been fabricated by people that aren't too fond of what I do for a living. But that's okay. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, right?
Well, I mean, you know what? You could take almost any celebrity and you'll find like people that have done that to them and made those stupid, blogs or switch things up and to make them look bad. I mean, it happens to anybody who's in the public eye. You kind of
No,
have to take it like
absolutely.
a grain of salt.
Take it with a grain of salt. Yeah, yeah. No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Yeah, no. I definitely learned how to, you know, better qualify prospects. And here's the thing. When you go through a breakup, you know, that was a pretty, hard breakup to deal with. Even as a man, you just want to get out there and just not be home as much. And I think that's the reason why I ended up going on those, 20 dates or 19 dates before I met the activity partner that, was the right fit at that time to be with. It gives you a chance to get out of the house. And that's what I tell people, if you're, struggling with something emotionally, if you're trying to accomplish something and you're trying and trying and trying and you just haven't reached success yet, keep on moving forward. But at the same time, take breaks and get out of your house. Go for a walk. Go for a drive. You don't even necessarily have to hang out with friends. You can. But for
Go sit
me,
on the beach.
right, for me, I'll tell you why, I didn't go hang out with my friends during this time. After my breakup, years ago. It was because in the past when I had gone to my friends for support regarding breakups, they were like, come on, dude, you're a man and you can deal with it, dude. We don't need to deal with this. And it's like, what kind of friends are these friends, right? Like, real true friends, even guy friends for guys, they're going to be supportive emotionally when, another guy friend goes through a breakup, but not my friends. And many guys, are like this today. I was discussing this earlier on my Walking with Purpose stream. One thing that I feel, baby, you let me know, one thing I feel that makes a man, a masculine man, is an emotionally intelligent man. Emotional intelligence, emotional, stability, a man that's emotionally secure, emotionally stable, emotionally confident, right? And a lot of these guys nowadays are just afraid to express any emotion because they see it as a sign of weakness. And I'm not saying as a guy, you need to be emotional 24/7, 365 like women are naturally and normally, but it is okay to express emotion throughout the day in spurts, right, baby? Share your thoughts about that.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I appreciate the fact that you and I have great communication, and that comes also from your emotions. You will let me know exactly how you're feeling about a certain situation. A lot of other men bottle this up and don't talk to their women. And then if something goes wrong at work or, somewhere else, then they come home and take it out on their family or loved ones because that's a safe place to take it out
Right.
on. Um, and so if you're able to just always be open and communicate, get things out,
Mm-hmm.
then that won't ever happen. You will never feel that volcano inside of you ready to blow.
Yeah. You know what the funny thing is, babe, is a lot of modern men nowadays don't understand one of the most important things to a woman regarding deciding which guy she wants to settle down with in a real relationship. It's bonding and connecting emotionally. Women want to bond and connect at an emotional level. And if men don't understand that and don't know how to naturally behave in that way, it's just not going to work. What are your thoughts about bonding and connecting emotionally? How important as a woman
Oh,
is that to
yeah,
you?
that's so important. I mean, in the very beginning of a relationship, even though you probably vetted them, usually if you have that instant connection, it's more of a lust type of thing. Um, but then after a few more phone conversations, a few more dates, then you realize, and you realize the importance of that emotional connection. And I noticed it with you when like you would just look at me and look into my eyes when we were talking, and it just like I felt like you just really wanted to know what was going on with me or what happened in my day. And it's really, that's kind of intense feeling, is making that eye contact, but you know that you're being bonded with that person when that happens.
Yeah, yeah. No, I noticed how intently you were looking at me, and it was almost kind of like a deer in headlights. No disrespect, and I I could tell that you've been looking for the one, and you were feeling that instant connection that, hey, I think I may have just found the one. I know it's first date and all, but we had a great conversation, and I'm here, and this just feels really nice, even from the very beginning. And there's
Yes.
nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with getting that instant feeling when you meet with someone and you just get that feel like you're bonding with them, not just at a sexually attractive level, which that's the first thing we see when we meet, but then you really start to feel that raw emotion. And that's what I really
Yeah.
felt from you. By the
Yeah.
way you were looking at me with those intent eyes. And I'm like, this woman is feeling just like me. She's been putting herself out there. She's been looking to find the one, and she's trying to give me that signal without saying too much, that I think you're the one, dude. I'm trying to give you the sign, right? Go ahead,
I'm
baby.
telling you, baby, I'm telling you, it was love at first sight for me.
Mm. That actually exists, baby.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
I do believe in that because it can happen. It might not be the right person for you and it might not work out, but I I instantly fell in love with you. And it didn't take me very long to drop the love word, you know.
Hmm.
So, yeah, I felt it right away.
Yeah, and one thing that I always preach, I always put out there is, are you there?
Yeah,
Okay, I thought I heard you. I thought you got cut off. Oh, you must have hit something in the bedroom. Okay.
I
Um,
moved the mic.
Oh, no problem. It's very, very sensitive, like me, right? All right.
Well, I
So,
I was going to take a drink of my coffee, so
mm, okay, fantastic. And I lost my train of thought. I totally forgot what I was going to say. I was going to say something. Oh yeah, I was going to say that you know, uh, as a guy, your job is to just hang out, have fun, and hook up with the woman. And when I say hook up, I'm not saying one night stand or just use it for sex. But if you really like a woman and she likes you and you start going on a few dates, that doesn't mean you're exclusive. You, as a man, your job is just to continue, hanging out with her, asking her out for dates when she reaches out to you. Hang out, have fun, take some walks, go to the beach, have a picnic, go to dinners, and then hook up and have some great loving, right? And after a while, the lady, typically within, anywhere from 2 to 3 months, is going to, if she's into you, she's going to want to try to lock you down, and she's going to ask you, where do you see this going, or how do you feel about me, and this, and that. And that's when she's trying to get you to profess, your love for her so she can lock you down. Well, my woman, what was it, 2 weeks, baby, or so? Like, how long did it take for you to try to lock me down, or lock me down, I guess, baby. And I'm we're kind of joking about it, but we're kind of not. But go ahead.
Oh, absolutely. No, it was right away because like I say, I fell in love with you right away, so I knew I had to lock it down quick.
Mm. You didn't
So
you didn't want any other prospects to
I
get in the
I
get in the
shut
way.
literally I shut down my dating app. I was done. I found the one.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Okay. Well, we've got 13 people here, and no one's asked any questions yet. Please
No
get your
questions.
questions, comments, and concerns in the chat. I want to take this moment real quick before we continue, babe, to mention that I do want to congratulate JT. Let's just call him John Tuttle. I don't want to say his actual channel name here. It's Thunder something because this is a
Thunder
monetized
C.
channel. Thunder C,
Thunder
yeah,
C.
Thunder COCK. Because it's a monetized channel, and I'm trying to keep it as advertiser friendly as possible, and trying to comply with the YouTube monetization policies, guidelines, etc. But I want to congratulate JT. He's a moderator here now. Another channel that's joined our mod team is Scotty, Scotty Unchained, and I connected with her on Facebook Messenger earlier today. She's an amazing woman, and I've been following her content for a while, and we finally got a chance to connect. Her and JT are pretty tight. I guess they kind of have this online thing going, which, hey, it's fun. It's all good. They're good friends, and whatever more comes out of it down the road, who knows? But I really like the dynamic that JT and Scotty have. I've known JT for over 3 years, and I got to thank you, JT, and I want you to help me bring back somebody that I ended up removing a few months back when all the craziness was happening, and we've kind of worked through that now. I'd like to reconnect with Zero Filter Jules because JT and Zero Filter Jules. Jules, I believe, is from the UK, if I remember correctly. Baby, almost 4 years ago, when I started my, main channel, the Coach Eli Elias Melas channel was named something different back then. It was a grip on life and something else before that. I was doing a bunch of, late night streams at times. And I was on panel with Jules and with JT, and we had some very, very awesome, real conversations. And I got to 4,000 watch hours in literally less than a month. And so, I'm very grateful and thankful to them. So I really would like to welcome, Zero Filter Jules back. As a matter of fact, I could probably go ahead and block her now in case she's around. But go ahead, baby. What are your thoughts about that?
Well, and I also want to welcome back Dion as a moderator as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Dion, aka Sifu Smoke Channel, he's 30. His woman, I believe, is 25. He's got a young lady that's expecting, and I think they're 3 or 4 months along, maybe almost 5 months along now. He's about to be a father. Yes, it was unexpected, but he's really
We're
turned
all
things around.
excited. Yeah.
And baby, I gotta thank you. And I'm sure Dion is grateful and thankful as well. I gotta thank you for being very supportive to Dion and his woman, especially Dion. During a time where he's going through a major change. It was unexpected, and to a 30-year-old man, something like that's gonna change his life, especially if he technically may not have been ready for it. But I honestly believe that, hey, Dion, if you're out there, man, I've seen a tremendous change in you over the last 2 months or so, bro. Yes, you've gone back and forth and it's frustrated you, but I think you've learned to finally accept it and embrace it, dude. And yeah, dude, you're gonna have a good life. Take care of the lady, dude. Don't get married and don't get divorced, and be happy, man. I tell you this, a lot of guys, baby, when they settle down with a woman, the one thing that guys fear is, what was that one movie where I think it was Vince Vaughn that said one vagina for the rest of your life? Was that Old School? I think it was Old School. I think it was when Frank the Tank was going to get married, and then he ended up getting divorced anyway. He's like, don't do it. One vagina for the rest of your life, right? I think guys fear committing to a woman because they're never going to be able to experience any other vagina. What are your thoughts about that, baby?
I think it's ridiculous.
No, I understand. I
I think that's a stupid thing for guys to feel.
Put yourself in a baby. It's almost like giving up, baby. Listen, I'm happy with you, and I'm not complaining. I'm just saying I know most guys, fear, being locked down, and fear, giving up the rest of their life to one person. It's a big thing, baby.
They've got the FOMO. They've got the FOMO condition, fear of missing out.
Yeah, I think it happens to women too, don't you think?
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, so, Dion, you've really, really turned things around, and we're really, really proud of you. And what makes me even more proud is, how much you're, ignoring, things that people are saying about my lady and myself and you and all this stupid stuff. And that's very respectful, man. God bless you, dude. And we wish you the best of luck. And so, yeah, he's back to being a moderator. And go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Dion is a very good, hardworking man. He really does love his lady. He's, but like you said, life is changing and that is scary. Mm-hmm. So, you can't blame anybody. I'm sure it's just as scary for her. We're just not talking to her, so we don't hear what she has to say. We're just hearing from him. So, they're both going through something right now, but they're both doing a great job. They're fantastic people. I enjoy the conversations I have with them as well. Like when it's like you and me and him, everything is just, really drama free.
Absolutely, baby. Absolutely. And thank you for sharing that. Scotty Unchained is in the chat there with her moderate. Hey, Eli, thanks for the shout out. Thanks for the shout out. I will mention it to Jules next time I see her. Hello, Eli, special lady. And yeah, she says hello.
Hey
Say
there.
hello, baby. Yeah.
Hey, lady.
Scotty and I are going to be doing some live streams, and it is my goal, my personal goal, to help Scotty and JT get their channels monetized. Now, JT doesn't care one way or the other, but Scotty, I believe she's wanted to get to the monetization level. And Scotty, I'll tell you this, you're nearing 800 subs. We do some shows together, and you set your chats to only allow people that subscribe to you to chat. You'll get 200 subscribers, in 2 weeks or less. Especially if we start doing some streams together. Then we'll get you the watch time. Do a couple streams, each week. They could be 2 to 3 hours long. We should make them 2 to 3 hours long, so you build that watch time, and then we get you monetized. And those are the types of things that I want to help people with. Not just business. Sorry, not just personal coaching, relationship coaching. Relationships and marriages, but also business stuff. A lot of people don't know I'm a business coach as well, and I have a lot of experience in the business world, in the corporate world, and running my own business. And despite what some other people have said in the past, regarding, my business licenses and all that. Well, I have a registered trademark. It's fully legal. It's on the United States Patent and Trademark Office site. It's active. The class code is correct. It's a business networking organization that I still run on Facebook and LinkedIn. And Coach Eli is a subsidiary. Let me make it very clear. Coach Eli is a subsidiary of the Genuine Networking Association. That's where I pay my taxes through regarding any money I make from YouTube and my coaching business. It goes through the GNA. And I also have a federal employer identification number and a California state seller's permit. So I just wanted to clear that up. I have a lot of experience, running businesses, and I can help people get their own business going. But one of the main things I want to do for some aspiring YouTubers out here that really want to make a little extra money or want to make a career out of it, I want to help them get monetized. What are your thoughts about that, sweetheart?
Oh, no, I think that's great. That's a positive thing to do. It's just helping. I mean, we're all out here like for the same purpose. And so why not encourage and help each other and to get to the level where we need to be, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think Scotty's actually live right now too. She's doing late night confessions. If you want to check
Oh,
Scotty out, I will share. Man, she was live earlier too. I was live earlier too, so I shouldn't talk. This is my second show of the day on a Sunday, but this is. Let me put it in the chat here. At Scotty Unchained's channel link. And that's her link there in case anybody wants to subscribe. We're going to be doing some shows, more than likely starting later this coming week or this coming weekend or next week at the latest. Whenever she's available, we will make it happen. Yeah, I'm surprised we don't have a lot of people commenting. We have 11 people here, but none of you are commenting. Feel free to get your questions, comments, or concerns in the chat here. We would love to help you with anything that you need help with. And if we don't get, any other questions in the next 5 to 10 minutes or so, we'll probably start to wrap this up a bit early, baby. We're at 32 minutes. So let's see here. Yeah, what else has been going on in your neck of the woods, babe? What else is new that you'd like to share?
oh, um, I don't know, sweetie. Things have just been going really good and I can't really complain about anything in my life right now. Um, I'm just, living the best life I can, day by day. I've got my dogs at home. I've got you, I've got my family. I have my kids. And just to make everything clear, um, my family and we have a relationship and we are fine, as well as my kids and I. So, yeah, I'm happy just to have all the blessings I have in my life right now.
Well, that's a good thing, baby. That's a good thing. Last week, we talked about this a little bit, but to touch up on it, we started to realize that, you were sleep deprived. We did a show on that. We realized that you've been sleep deprived because of, your sinuses, which, are pretty extreme. It may not necessarily be a sinus infection, but you've told me that you've always had extreme sinus issues, right?
Yeah, it's been a chronic thing for pretty much my whole life. In fact, my mom was telling me just the other day that I've had this pretty much my whole life. And every 7 years, the body kind of changes. You might develop allergies. You might decide, hey, I didn't like onions as a kid and now I like onions, everything kind of changes and develops over time.
Mhm.
And
Right.
I never had allergies as a kid, but I did have the sinus infections where like it was just constantly painful. But now I have a mixture of the two. And I don't know if you could see it yesterday, after our walk on the trail when we got back to the car, but my eyes literally like swelled up and I could just feel all of it in there.
Yeah, we were
Um,
at an area. We were in an area where
really dry.
it gets really hot, and it was even more dry than the trail I go to every day, and that's partially because the trail I'm by is right by the San Francisco Bay. It's not the actual SF Bay where I'm at, but it's the spillover. It's called the wetlands, so the water spills over in there, and parts of it are green, but there's still a lot of dry brush there. When we went to this trail that we've been to many times in the past, and we love this trail because it goes through like a cow pasture, um, and basically it's a paved path. It's 2.2 miles. And we typically will do 2 laps. We only did one yesterday because we had to get to our dinner reservation. But there's a lot of dry brush there and a lot of pollen. And I haven't seen brush that dry since I've been alive, baby. Like that was I mean, if we let a match, that whole area was going to go. Now they have
Oh
trimmed it,
yeah,
so that would help. But I mean, it was so dry. If we accidentally dropped the lighter on it and it sparked, like that thing would torch up just like that. So, you're dealing with, and plus the humidity has been higher than normal. So you've got high humidity. You've got the highest pollen season in the history, or in history, right? And it was warm, and we have a severe drought. It's like, can we can we put our bodies through any more extremities than that, baby? I mean,
right, right,
I mean, the human body,
absolutely.
the human body, it's not indestructible, but it is pretty tough to deal with any type of
It's
weather.
amazing.
Typically, it's amazing what our bodies can tolerate, right? Especially
Yes,
what they have to tolerate, this summer, especially here in California or the entire West Coast. I'm here, baby. I saw this on the news. It's not just California. The entire West Coast is in a severe
yeah,
drought. It's
yeah.
like, wow. It's just I've never seen it this bad. But go ahead.
And now, Lewis was saying today they're gonna have rain for 5 days out there where he lives, and I'm like, can you share just a little? Can you send a little bit our way?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like that's just on the other side of the country where we live. Like, and I'm like, why? Why can't it just come west a little bit?
Yeah, I'm gonna make another prediction, baby. Because remember when I made that prediction when gas prices were, nearing $7 a gallon, and
Yeah,
they ended up starting to. I said very soon, maybe next week, if not within a few weeks, I have a feeling gas prices are gonna start to go down. And once summer ends and we get to the end of the year and stuff, we're gonna see gas prices hit at an all-time 10-year low. At some point, they're going to hit that all-time 10-year low, and now I'm going to make another prediction that we're probably going to have a very, very, very wet, rainy season coming this winter. And while we
I
may be
hope you're right.
go ahead.
I hope you're right about that. I mean, you're right. We will be complaining. It is a pain in the butt
To drive in the rain, I
for,
get it.
well, not only to drive, but to have animals. Because, muddy paw prints and all of that, it's just not conducive to a clean house. And
Correct.
my dogs are kind of snobby and they don't like to go out when it's raining. So I like
Mm.
literally have to put them on a leash and bring them out there.
Are, are they
Um,
pretty? Are they pretty prissy dogs that are spoiled and entitled, baby?
oh yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
I hear you. I hear you.
They, yeah, they are very spoiled, but I don't look at it as being spoiled. I look at it as being loved. They are loved, they are rescued, and
Mm-hmm.
they're happy animals. So, that's all I could want in life for them.
Mm. Okay. Okay.
There are a lot
Yeah.
of dogs and cats that go to families and they wind up being like the dogs wind up being chained up outside or basically spend their whole existence out in the backyard, not inside with family. Cats, same thing. And when I get an animal, that animal is like my child. I don't tie them up. I don't put them outside. I don't even cage them. I really don't crate my dogs. I just they have free reign of the house. It's their
Mm-hmm.
house as well as mine.
Right. Right. Okay. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. We don't have any other questions in the chat. We still have 5 people in the box, 6 likes. Please smash the thumbs up. Please also share this out, folks. And also, if you haven't already done so, subscribe, bang the bell, select the notifications here on Coach Eli 2 Authentic Live Streams. Also, make sure you go to my main channel, Coach Eli, Elias Melas. I will be putting out some YouTube shorts there this week and some other pre-recorded content. I'm going to start recording that tomorrow once my lady heads back home. I'm probably going to do a Walking with Purpose stream here on this channel and then get to recording some pre-recorded videos. So subscribe to Coach Eli Elias Melas. My main channel has over 7K subscribers. Nightbot's been sharing the link every 7 minutes, or just go to youtube.com/Life Coach Eli. That's youtube.com/Life Coach Eli. Make sure you subscribe, bang the bell. And after you bang the bell, make sure you select all for all notifications. Because if you don't tap the bell and select all, you will only get occasional notifications or customized notifications. So you may miss something. If you want to support a creator completely, you've got to tap the bell after clicking subscribe and then select all. Most people don't even talk about that anymore because most people assume, baby, that they know how the YouTube system works. But it never hurts to remind people, no matter how annoying it is, right, baby?
Absolutely. Well, and that's because a lot of people that do subscribe are not like on YouTube all day long. They have other jobs, they have lives, they have families. So
Right,
if you don't get a
right,
notification, you're going to just totally forget about it.
right, right. So let's just do final thoughts, baby. Your final thoughts. You've been doing this YouTube thing now with me for almost 4 months. We're about to hit our 1 year anniversary, baby. It's right around the corner, and I will have something special
Right.
for you. Something special for you planned, okay, baby? Before you whoop my beep.
Beep.
Yeah. So yeah. Anything you want to mention, baby? I mean, share your final thoughts. We're going to wrap up the show. We're at 43 minutes. Not bad.
Uh, yeah, no, not bad. I just want to thank Scotty for being here. Even though she's also streaming herself, so that's great that she still popped in. Um, and whoever was watching, thanks for being here and being a part of our show.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, no, it's just like I said earlier, life is going really good. Things have changed a lot for me, and it's all, sunshine and sunflowers ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. My final thoughts here. Was a great day. We've got a lot of great positive stuff coming for you folks here through our neck of the woods. Um, you know, um, we try to make it as entertaining as possible. but some things are more serious natured. And we just want you folks to know that, we try to keep a good balance here. And we are also, trying to give you the best possible content that will help you better your lives. We always take your feelings, wants, and needs into consideration. And, we just want to make as big of a difference as possible in turning this world around from the hateful world it's become to a more positive place again. That's the way I want to wrap up this show here tonight. Anything else, baby?
No, that was beautiful. Well said.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate it, babe. You said it well as well. And with that said, I'm going to put you backstage and I'll come grab you in a couple of minutes. I'm going to wrap this show up. Thank you for being here, baby.
Sounds
appreciate it.
good. All right. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.
You're welcome. Bye, baby.
Bye.
All right, that was my lady. That's going to wrap it up. We'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great night. Take care. And as always, be good to each other.